Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I may have one additional speaker if she makes it in time, but let me close on this note. Mr. Speaker, at this time of year, we have largely a Norman Rockwell picture of American families gathered around the Christmas table with their turkey and their Christmas tree lit and their gifts. And that is the story of millions of American families. But it's not the story of many as well. I've seen those families firsthand. I see them when they line up on a Saturday morning 2 doors down from my house in East Austin at the Olivet Baptist Helping Hand in need of help. I saw it last Saturday in Southeast Austin in Dove Springs at the Recreation Center where parents were lined up for blocks to get their children one toy for Christmas. And I've seen it across the south and west side of San Antonio. Good families, hardworking people, caught up in the worst recession since the Great Depression. They face great challenges, and our safety net in this country remains in tatters. My concern is that this bill today does so little to address that tattered safety net, which is increasingly more whole than net. These families, we see the statistics, 38% growth over 3 years in the recession on homelessness. We see it in threadbare cupboards, in church pantries and food centers across the country. We see it in the report yesterday in the New York Times that in 37 states, families are worse off in terms of child care.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank Mr. Doggett for yielding. I rise in support of the extension of this legislative activity, and I want to be associated as closely as possible with the comments made by my colleague from Texas, who seemed to have his hand on the pulse of where we need to go, what we need to do, and the unfortunate delays that we have experienced. So I thank Mr. Doggett for his leadership. I am in favor of extending this legislation and would yield back the balance of my time.
I'm pleased that we are moving forward to assure this program at least until the end of next September. But there remains much work to do. Many of our neighbors in great need at the present time, many supported by churches, community nonprofits, and the like. Valuable service, a time of charity at Christmas when we all care about those who are the least among us. But just caring in that fashion is not sufficient given the extent of the problem. We need a stronger safety net with reference to health care, child care, the support that is offered through the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program, and to help those, yes, climb up with their boots, but those who lack bootstraps to assist them as well. That should be the goal of our vision as we address the needs of the many impoverished people in this country. Unfortunately, poor people have the least voice in this Congress. Their voice is not heard to the extent that some of those who have vested interest here in limousines and lobbyists are heard. But we need to speak up for them, and this is one of those rare opportunities to be able to do so and to say that this Congress is acted, but it's acted in a modest, limited, incomplete, and inadequate way. We would not hold up that little bit of help, but there is so much more that needs to be done.